written in Quran even. That not thy blood or flesh that you offer me pleases Allah, but your virtuous deeds. And what they do? Oh, today is Bakri Eid, so let's do virtuous deed. They take their children even. Can you find your kurbani, which one you want to do? It's a very virtuous act to do kurbani. Kurbani is not virtuous act. Your deed, not Bakri's deed. Even though it is written in the Shastras, people interpolate. Similarly, when the Vedas were stolen by the Britishers and Germans into their countries, and even those who want to get PhD in Sanskrit, they will have to approach those universities situated in Germany and Britain. They were not allowed. Indian universities were not allowed to give you PhD in Sanskrit. British monopolized. Why? They interpolated the Vedic literature. And these people were promoted by Indian government. There is one historian called Romila Thapar in JNU. Now, she must have retired, but she was a converted Christian in disguise of Hindu name. She claims that in Atharva Veda it is written that if you want your wife to beget a male child, feed her beef and veal. Veal is the tender meat of an anemic calf. The young one of a cow, deprived of food and made very weak. So an anemic calf, his meat is called veal. Even Pope Paul was eating it. Popes eat veal only. So yathamam prapadyante. They don't have any sympathy or any benevolence to the creatures of the world. They think they are meant for feeding the poor, those who don't have.而Baba, they don't give up. Poor hardly get this meat because it's very, veal prices are more than beef. I was in Dubai so many years back. I'm 1996 or something like that. At that time, there are many Indian shops. Some are Muslim, Choitram and other things. They are Sindhis. They were also there. In their supermarket, they advertise. I still have a clipping. Okay? They advertise beef imported from India is damn cheap than a goat's meat. Also coming from India. Because they don't have any animal. India supplies to the Middle East. Right? What it means? Romila Thapar is telling, it's a worldwide acknowledgement given in Atharva Veda. So during that time, Indira Gandhi's movement, her government was there. And she says, oh, I did not know that within our literature of Vedas, beef eating is allowed. And she gave full-fledged permission to open up the slaughterhouses collect the animals right from the road or right from the gaushalas that they are protected. By gunpoint, store. In Vrindavan, we lost 4 cows. They would come in the truck with a machine gun. Who will dare to, prevent them? But this was the thing. And India became the second largest beef exporter in the world. Do you think the mode in which a country operates, what benefit the young people would have? The modes of material nature, the tamogun is so much prevalent that people want to imitate only the Western countries. They don't like anything of India. They don't understand the science of Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada thought, let me take to the Western country. My spiritual master told me to preach in English, the tenets of Bhakti Yoga, and Krishna will help. Because he foresaw, the Prabhupada went and brought the devotees who are somehow or other, according to Srila Prabhupada's statements, that my spiritual master sent all of you to help me to serve him. So I thank you very much. Even though they were not of the Vedic tradition, of Indian traditions, yet they accepted chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. You can now see Prabhupada is instituting the impossible activities, karma. He was not a karmi, neither he approached karma for a particular result. He did not know how to organize a big ISKCON institution. But it came along, and Prabhupada used all the devotees because hippies were coming from all different educated backgrounds. And for pleasing Lord Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna, they accepted, they formulated ISKCON. In 1966, we celebrate the foundation of ISKCON Day as one of the festivals. Right? Prabhupada went totally against from theory of karma. The theory of pure devotional service is not an ordinary karma. But how do you approach? You must know. Everybody has the seed of bhakti throbbing in their heart, but even the opportunity comes, they do not take it. So, we have a mixed up idea of bhakti. When we were young, we were hearing from our elders, bhakti is for the ladies. We are entering into politics. Men, those who are intelligent, women are less intelligent anyway. Let them do. So bhakti is a means of less intelligent people. But they do not know. Even in bhakti, how do you approach? Do you have sakam bhakti, nishkam bhakti, or mokshakam bhakti? Bhagavatam says, yajata purusham. Approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead and understand what he says. Ye yatha mam prapadyante. So, yatha, then tatha. As you approach, you will be rewarded accordingly. This is the transcendental law of karma. It's not ordinary Newton's law. All right? Newton did not know factors of karma and the resultant. action that we get. So, how would you approach? Sakam Bhaktas, those who are desirous of material success, they are also advised to approach Lord Vishnu or Krishna and worship in that mood. But I have noticed also in Kali Yuga, these things are not going to work. In Gujarat, we have Ranchhodji temple. Lord Krishna ran away from the battlefield fighting with Jarasandha on 18 times. He did not find, but escaped. So Kaliyavan and others also were following Krishna to kill Krishna, but Kaliyavan was also destroyed because Krishna knew. His approach was to Krishna as death personified. And Krishna reciprocated accordingly. Then he was celebrated by the devotees as Ranchhod, those who have quit the battlefield. Now, the devotees or Sakam Bhaktas are also there. So one time we were taking darshan of Ranchodji before going to sleep, how devotees worship him nicely, making all the gestures that now really Krishna is going to his bedroom and his khadao are walking, So people, khadao means the shoes, the wooden shoes. And they put up a very nice display of actuating the process of taking Krishna to the bedroom. They sing the glories. But others, who are Sakam Bhaktas, they come and started quarreling with Ranchod. Ranchod, what did you do today? I didn't get a customer today. You made me lose money. I'm your devotee. Why are you doing this to me? He thinks he's his supplier. They speak like that. They chastise if they are not materially benefited. This is Sahajya mentality, or what we call sentimental idiocy. Krishna reciprocate with them. Karma, the five causes of the karma, when they are not favorable, you don't get the desired result. And Krishna says, I have created the system, but I'm not responsible for it. You will be responsible for it. Krishna does not do work. Na chatasya karanam karanam cha vidyate in Shvetashatara Upanishad. There is no karya, means activity, that he is obliged to perform. Na karanam, there is no cause for him to do any activity. He doesn't need. He is self-satisfied, he is sufficient in himself. We are not self-satisfied, neither we are self-sufficient. So, we struggle, but Krishna doesn't have to struggle. Only this is the reason that there is nobody equal or greater than Lord Shri Krishna. Nachatasya karanam karanam cha vidyate. That's why nachata samasam equal to or adhikachya drashyate. See the reason. How would you say Krishna, there is nobody superior than Krishna? Because he doesn't have any cause to do. And yet, everything is happening simply by his desires. He appears at his sweet will and he disappears at his sweet will. He is not compelled by the activities of material birth and death. He is not compelled. Devotional service is ahaituki apratihata. Ahaituki means causeless. Apratihata means it cannot be hampered. Cannot be hampered. And if such activity, if we perform ahaituki bhakti, causeless and continuous, apratihata, yayatma suprasidati, this gives pleasure and satisfaction. There is no other activity in the material world can please you or please anybody. Even though we are pleasure seeking, but we have to learn the trick how to remain. Devotional service performed is for your own ultimate pleasure. Krishna can afford you. He is the reservoir of pleasure, reservoir of attraction. The six opulences that we are after, they are all with him. All powerful, all knowledgeable, all beautiful, all wealthy, then all famous and all renunciate. These are the six opulences that everybody seek for it. But how do you seek and from whom do you seek? Devatas do not have their own. So don't approach them. Krishna says, approach me directly. I'm available. Yet, people who are corrupt, they want to bribe the chaprasi to go to the boss. The devatas are chaprasis, they are not the boss. They have been employed in material welfare as functionary aspect of the Supreme Personality of God's creation, material creation. They are also number 10th species of life. Devatas as well as Danavas. Number 9 is our Nara. And from 1 to 8, they are lower animals, up to four-legged animals. Brahma created all this. Devatas are really functioning in our body also. You do not function. Why the medical doctor doesn't say that who is functioning? I gave you the example. Who digests your food? Krishna already claimed it. Through the agency of Devatas. Devatas do not go opposite to Krishna's desire. They are favorable servants. Are we favorable servants? Number 9th creation. So how do we approach Krishna? He will reciprocate. He will reciprocate. Don't think that he doesn't know you. I know everybody, but nobody knows me, Krishna claims to Arjuna. You keep on forgetting. Even yesterday, what did you eat? You will take some time to remember. But what did you eat before 1 week? You will totally forget. So what did you eat on the same day in your previous life? Would you be able to remember? Arjun doubted. Krishna, how do I know? You were just appearing. We are of the same age. And he said, Bahuni janmani tavacharjuna. You and I both have gone through many, many births. But I know everyone, you do not know even one. What kind of knowledge will it take? It's a only universal knowledge? No. It's only cosmic manifestation knowledge? No. He has his eternal realm. How the hell you fall down from the grace of Lord Krishna and came into this miserable material existence? If you start thinking, then your life will begin. Check out the reference to context. People do research. They look for the books. That who did research in this particular subject matter. They give the references. We have all the references of the research. When I was born in the darkness of ignorance. Ajnanatimirandasya, but Jnananjana Shalak. Is there any material book that will give you profound realization like book of medicine or book of lawyers? And no, nothing. So, when Krishna speaks, he speaks for the welfare of all the ignorant souls. So become regulated and reading Bhagavad Gita as it is. You will be benefited immensely. Thank you very much. Anybody has any question or comments? Think. You have brain. Think. Don't ask me a mental question. Ask me an intellectual question. Because mind has so many things. The mind is corrupted. But intelligence is a different faculty. Yes, Prabhu. Haribo. Oh, damn. Yes. No, go ahead. He asks always the question.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you very much for the wonderful class. I just have one clarification. You were talking about how the Vedas have been interpreted,
Yes.
misinterpreted.
Yes.
Can you elaborate a little bit about that incident where they were claiming that in Atharva Veda there were instances
Yes,
of.
I have newspaper clipping.
Okay. So how they have misinterpreted? Is it a fact that was stated, or they?
No, it's see, when it is out of your jurisdiction, if you cannot protect, it will be abused. If you cannot protect your child, he will be abused.
Okay.
Why? Protection is necessary. They came to steal your property,
Okay.
your culture. What reference do you want?
No, I mean to say like.
No, say.
Okay.
On there are so many things. For Kali Yuga is for example, Ashwamedam Gavavalambam Sanyasam Pitrupalakai Devarene Sutotpatti Panchakalo Vivarjayet. This is the Vedic thing, because that has to be avoided. Now, if such references are there, uh, there are so many references that counteract.
Okay.
But these people are so, they think they are very clever to twist.
Okay, got it.
Interpolation. Suppose if somebody is abducted from your town, generally ladies, and uh, an abductor, uh, they have not taken them to give them uh, a very, very royal reception or this or that. That still, because they want to abuse it. Do you need a reference for that? It's common sense. An act of abuse is forbidden. And those who are doing it, do you think they are giving them the highest respectful position? That's why they have been abducted. They are abducting young boys, not only young girls, but they cannot abduct an adult man. What's the ratio? Man is not, uh, they cannot capable they are not capable to abuse adult men. But those who are weak, therefore they have to be protected. And if we fail them to get protection, then we are responsible. Why do you send them to slaughterhouses to get brainwashed? That's the question. The schools and colleges are nothing but slaughterhouses for the consciousness. They don't teach. They don't teach Bhagavad Gita. They are not interested. Simply to keep you materially absorbed till you retire voluntarily when you are getting tired of it. Otherwise, nobody wants to retire. And the government is so treacherous just to keep your social security after retirement. You want to increase the age of a retirement. So keep on earning even though you are retired. Because the government needs money to pay you little. Insurance are there to absorb all your earnings, but give you almost nothing in coverage. When you need coverage, they will give you hard time. Is there anybody working in the insurance company here? Eh? They know the trick. Lies. The whole world is made up of cheater and cheated. We are not simply religionists. But religion in proper context, if you understand for the purpose of how do we have to keep on uniting with the absolute truth, because you are not fake, you are part of the absolute truth, a very dependent absolute. But your quality with Krishna is the same as his quality. Satchidananda. And why do you deny that quality in you? If you chant Hare Krishna, it will come out. If you don't understand, that's okay, but ignorance is not excuse. When the devotees, the young people all over the world are taking up Krishna consciousness, why shouldn't you? You are more accessible to our Vedic literature, whatever has been there, but we use them favorably in service of Krishna. And they cannot, interpret that part of bhakti. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami to write the science of bhakti. Have you ever heard the word science of bhakti? Bhagavad Gita chapter number 9 will tell you, Krishna tells, it's a science. Means both theoretical and practical. And the result will be guaranteed. Why don't you perform this experiment? Idam tu te guhyatamam pravakshyami anasuyave jnana vijnana sahitam yajnatva mokshashe shubhat rajavidya rajaguhyam pavitram idamuttamam pratyaksha avagamam dharmyam susatam kartum avyayam. Study these two slokas and convince yourself. All right?
Thank you.
You have a question. Sureshwar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. When Parshuram actually came back after bringing the Kamadhenu, killing all the army of Kartavir Arjun.
Kartavir Arjun.
Yeah.
Who stole the cow, Surabhi cow from Vasishtha Muni.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Jamadagni.
Yeah, Jamadagni.
So his father, Jamadagni, advises him that he has to visit all the sacred places. And at least 1 year he spent in all that. He did the adornment. Now, if we see afterwards, Parshuram has killed 21.
Was in Kali Yuga? Why do you want to imitate him? When the things are happening in Satya Yuga, cannot be applied in Kali Yuga. For application in Kali Yuga is chanting. Have you ever heard Kartaviri Arjun chanting Hare Krishna?
Yeah.
No.
That is.
Then austerity was the means, Well, ultimately, he has to associate with the purified souls, the sadhus. To keep himself in the spiritual status of life. It may come as a curse or a punishment. Indra did lot of nonsense. He is the king of heaven, king of all the demigods. But he did lot of nonsense. He was punished also. But yet, he became favorable when he realizes and he has a duty to protect the demigods. If you learned your lesson hard way, is it intelligent? If you learn your lesson hard way, is it intelligent? Then why don't you use your intelligence? Whatever Krishna has given, that much intelligence is sufficient. You should know only one thing. Mind function and intelligent function is different. How? Intelligence has only one job to do. Na sato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate asat, upayorapi drashtvanta tattvadarshiki. If you are seeker of the truth, then you understand that for the sat means eternal, there is no cessation, no stoppage. And for the asat, there is no endurance, means it cannot sustain for a long time. The intelligence is agreeable to sat only. That you should stick on. Don't repose on asat. Om asatoma sadgamaya. You must have heard. You must have chanted also in your school days. Tamasoma jyotirgamaya. Mrityuma amrutam gamaya. What is this asat, tamas, and mrityu? The same thing. Forgetfulness. Asat means forgetfulness. And the word education has also its root meaning. To educate means to bring about what you have forgotten. Are you getting education to remember what you have forgotten? Yet they want to call it education. And such educated people, puffed up by their position and so-called knowledge of material nature. Romila Thapar is not a spiritual personality, but she accessed an interpolation. And this is how government, Congress government, produced Jawaharlal Nehru University to standardize that if you are educated from that university, you will be given high government positions. So, people do not know. When you become Krishna conscious, you will be conscious of all the things that are being cheating around you. Okay. Thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna, we were very fortunate to have the association of His Holiness Vedavyasa Priya Swami Maharaj. Let us express our gratitude to Maharaj for his wonderful association in the morning and in the evening by chanting Hare Krishna mantra once. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama, Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Also, devotees can note that we have in ICC 2 more classes of His Holiness Maharaj on 13th, that is Monday morning, and 15th, that is Wednesday morning. 2 classes are there in ICC in the morning.